Monday was chanted, Rudri. Huh? Monday one. गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पतान शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सेदसादनम् ॐ श्री महागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यं भद्रकाल्यै नमो नमः। वेदान्त विद्यास्थानेभ्य एव च। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। Hari Om. Let us chant. Namah Shri Shankarananda Guru Padambujanmane Savilasa Mahamoha Graha Grasaika Karmane Tatpadamburuhat Dvandva Seva Nirmala Chetasam Sukha Bodhaya Tattvasya Vivekoyam Vidhiyate. We were seeing the summary of the second chapter, and we saw yesterday that the topic from 60th to 76th verse is of Brahma Akash Vivek. And what is the Brahma Akash Vivek? Remember, before the Brahma Akash Vivek, the topic was of Maya. And before that, the topic was of Bodh and Akash. Akash is not in the Pralaya. Then before that was Bodh. Then before that was Ekameva Dvitiyam. And before that was Idam. And So we were on this topic of mixture of Brahma and Akash. Generally, when we say the Akash is existing, everything is known as with existing, and we have taken it for granted. What is the meaning of taking for granted? Taking for granted means not giving the due value to something. When I perceive Akash, we say Akash is existing. Our attention does not go that Akash and existence are two different entities. So this is a training of the mind. Like we say that I have a knowledge of book. I have a knowledge of book. So book is main thing and knowledge is the book is the main thing and knowledge is the part, attribute. Knowledge of book. Knowledge is there of the book is main and knowledge is the attribute. Generally we think, if you see, I have the knowledge of this. Whole thing we keep on saying, I have knowledge of this, knowledge of that. And actually speaking, the thought of book has come in myself only. So on myself, the thought of book has come. So the knowledge, one undivided knowledge was already there in me. And on that undivided knowledge in me, the thought of book has come, then the thought of paperweight has come, then the thought of mic has come. So actually it should be knowledge of the book, a book of knowledge. So because knowledge is more pervasive than the book, that which is the cause is more pervasive than the effect. So knowledge is more pervasive than the book. And knowledge does not come and go, book comes and goes. Books, in me I'm talking knowledge means the consciousness here. So consciousness does not come and go. But the knowledge of various objects comes and goes. Various object comes and go. But I have forgotten that undivided consciousness on which lot of different thoughts are coming. And I have put the knowledge as the attribute of the book, of the copy, of the mic, and so on. I hope you are understanding. When nothing was there, supposing you are very quiet and then you opened your eyes, before you opened your eyes, the knowledge was there. In the deep sleep, the knowledge alone was there. Self alone was there. Or let us go to dream. In the dream, when the dream has not started, only the dream seer was there, undivided dream seer. So undivided dream seer, in the dream you saw a horse. When you saw the horse, then you say, I have the knowledge of the horse in the dream. But actually speaking, before the horse had come in the dream, the consciousness or knowledge was already there without differentiation, without Swagat Swajati and Sajati and Swagat Bhed. Now that knowledge is appearing as a horse. So actually it should be the knowledge of the horse of knowledge and not knowledge of the horse. All the knowledges in the dream is only the main knowledge appearing as the object. But when I say knowledge of an object, it appears that object is more important than the knowledge. Object is later. Object is first and knowledge came later on. Object is preceded and knowledge is later on. Are you getting my point? Nahi clear ho? Huh? Knowledge is first. Object is later on. But when you say knowledge of the object, that means object is first and knowledge is later on. So there is interchange between the two. First is differentiate between the two. First is learn to have the objectless knowledge and the object, both are two different things. I'm talking of inside. And then I'll go outside also. So one is existence, if I say outside. So when I say akash exists, so akash is one matter and existence is another matter. Akash is one thing and existence is a different thing. But this mixture has been done by Miss Maya. Acha. So this is first step in your life, that you differentiate the Sat and the Akash. This is the step number one. If one can do this, he has taken a very big leap in his understanding. If you can visualize or understand the objectless existence, Sad-ev, then it's great. This is number one step. Number two step is that the confusion between the substance and attribute. What is attribute is appearing as substance, what is substance is appearing as attribute. So I am not dharmi and dharma. One is dharmi, other is dharma. Like water is cold. So coldness is an attribute of water. And coldness is ever dependent on the water or anything. Attribute is always dependent on something. Softness of the flower, fragrance of the lotus, whiteness of the milk, brightness of the sun, coolness of the moon. You cannot say moon of coolness, but here it is otherwise. Here it is the existence was already first, and then Akash came on that existence. And when Akash came on an existence, and therefore the Akash is the imaginary attribute of the real existence. Akash is the imaginary attribute of the real existence, or you can just say it's an attribute, like the dream space is the attribute of the dream seer. When I say attribute, it means dependent on something. I say dependent on, number two, it is less pervasive. So whenever it says the word gun, definition of gun is nitya paratantratvat, which is ever dependent, is called guna. Once you take these two steps, then I'll go to the third step. So 2 steps you have taken. Existence is different, space is different, and existence is an substance and space is an attribute. This is the 2 steps I have taken. Now the Panchadashikar asks the question with the end, Swami, Bruhi Vyom Kimatmakam. Now tell me, what is the nature of Akash? So the student said, Avkashatmakam tat chet. If I say Akash is of the nature of accommodation. He said, no, not from that point. I'm saying from the point of Sat. Is it Sat or not? Already Sat cannot be there because we already ruled out it is different than existence. So he said, okay, Asat is there. If Sat is not there, Asat is there. Okay. Now, student is saying, supposing I say it is different than Sat and Asat. Now, please be careful. Vedanta is one of the rare philosophies, or rather Vedanta propounds the mithya word, which you used for Maya. What is the meaning of something is there? No, it's not there. Something is not there? No. Something is not there but is still seen. Something is experienced in its absence. That is called mithya word. Is it okay? Huh? If it's not okay, then I will tell in some other manner. Well, no, continue on this, okay. You just keep on moving and complete it. So, asat is one thing. So, one definition, the traditional definition of mithya is yesterday, Maya. Kya? No, what was the definition? Sad asad vilakshanam, which is neither sat, neither asat. Because if it is sat, there will be two sat. And if it is totally asat, then asat does not need any lending. I mean, it cannot borrow existence as something is not existing at all. So if something is not existing at all, the effects of that won't be there. But the effect of that world, we are seeing effect of the world in our own life. So you cannot say that ignorance is totally non-existent, like the horn of the hare or the son of the barren woman. Ignorance is not there, you cannot say, because whole life is full of ignorance and product of ignorance. Our body, our karma phal, our relatives, our thinking, all is a big family of ignorance. So you cannot say it was totally non-existent. And you cannot say it was existent, because if it was existent, then the point is it won't end. But it ends also. It has posterior non-existence. So student is saying, so what do you say? It can be sat or it can be asat. So sad, asat, it is, when you say it is different than sat and asat, it means it is called Maya or mithya. One thing which is seen but it is not real. I mean, perceptibility is there, but possibility is not there. Something is perceived but not possible. Something is perceived but not possible. Perceptibility without possibility is called mithya, is delusion. You heard this. So here, this traditional definition of mithya is not used in this 69th verse. Vedanta and Swami use another way now. Is it by? Why? Because all the schools of philosophy, they don't believe in mithya. They believe, except Buddha. But Buddha don't believe in existence. They say everything is only mithya. And other than them, none of the, neither Charvak to Bati Chodo, Charvak, Jain, Nyaya, Vaisheshik, Purmimansa, Sank, Yog, none of them say that the creation is mithya. They say either you say it is existence or you say it is non-existent. And now he has taken a leaf from there only. He said, I will not use the word sadasad vilakshanam. Well, either you say something is existing or you say something is non-existing. They told him. He said, okay, I'll use that. So when you say akash is sat or asat, now the question is, akash bhinnam satah, he said akash is other than sat and asat, because you said it is different, it is not sat, you agree, bole agree. So then it will be asat, bole no. It will be different than sat and asat. He said, if you say it is different than asat and asat, then you are contradicting yourself, because you don't believe anything which is different than sat and asat. Then how will you say? I'll tell you now, I'm taking another way. What? There is something called bhasman asat, and something called abhasman, asat. He's putting the mithya word in another way. What is it? Can you translate in English? Something seen non-existent and never perceptible non-existence and non-perceptible non-existence. Well, what is this perceptible non-existence, non-perceptible non? Like the horn of the hair is non-perceptible non-existence. Like the flower, like the barren woman, son of barren woman is non-perceptible non-existence. But the blueness of the sky is perceptible non-existence. Well, why didn't you use the word mithya? You don't like, therefore not using. I am not using because of you. Like the dream is perceptible non-existence. Which is... Are you getting my point? Because they are allergic to the word mithya. These dualists don't like this word mithya at all. And they don't want to say that world is not there. They will say they are Mayavadi. Now, this is said here, 70th slok. I hope you are following it. If you are not following it, then please tell me. They are saying, what did you say? Bhati iti chet bhatu. 70th verse. Purva Paksh is saying, opponent is saying, Bhati iti chet. He said, how did you say that akash is asat, although it is seen? Page 62. Bhati iti chet. He said, let it. Bhati means it is shining, it is evident. Bole bhushanam mayikasya tat. That is the ornament of the Maya. It is the ornament of the Maya. It is the style of Maya. That something is not there, still it is showing. And you can see your mind also. If you want to see Maya in your microcosm, you can see why. There is no attachment, there is nobody belonging to you, still you feel his mind. What more proof you required? You have no essence, still you feel I am important. Still you feel body is very important. So what to say? There is no daughter, son, husband, wife, still you feel they are solid realities. You are not born, still you feel I am born. So Maya, you need not go out to search. Inside sufficient Maya is there as a sample. But here sample is too much. Sample is more than the thing. In our childhood, we used to go to some, sweet meat shop, halwai ki dukaan. So he said, Acha, can you give me some samosa? Gopal was there. He said, ha. Well, let me see how is it, then we will purchase. So we ate the whole samosa. So he said, Acha, chamcham is there when mithai? He said, yes, let me see, after we will see when to purchase. We ate the whole chamcham. He said, barfi is there? Well, yeah. 4 mithai. He said, why we are going, we are full. He said, what about purchasing? I said, next time I'll come. Children are always doing something. Youngsters and children, they do something naughty. So these things, I did not do, but some of my friends were quite naughty. They used to do such things. बोले नहीं लेना आप चलो. So भाती थी. ये तो सैंपल आपके मन में है, चीज है, but there is no. You feel I have done a lot, but from cosmic standpoint, you hardly have done anything. Maybe world would have been quieter if I was not born. Without me, I created more confusion. World would have been better place. ऐसे कोई बड़ा काम तो करे नहीं, लेकिन हमको लगता है did very well. If you see your mind, you can see how the Maya is there. Are you getting my point? Well, if it is bhati, if the space is seen, let it be seen. Because something is seen doesn't mean it is reality. The definition of reality is which should not be absent in any time, or you can say which should be non-negatable. But the space is negated in deep sleep itself. The experience of the space is not in deep sleep, and therefore how can space be real? I don't experience it. So bhati ti chet bhatu nam bhushanam maikasya cha. Yad, see, this is what I was saying. Yad abhasmanam. It is abhasmanam. Yad asad bhasmanam. Asad, I told you there are two kind of asad. One is bhasman asad, another is abhasman. So this is asad bhasman. It's bhasmanas. That asad which is seen. Because, well, but is it different than mithya? No, it's same as mithya. Then mithya like swapna gajadivat, like the elephant in the dream. 70th verse. 70th verse. I hope you understood that. So now what is the attempt? Third attempt, 3 steps I said. First step was the differentiation between existence and space. Second step is the swapping of the property and substance. And third and major step is confirming that the world is, like akash is mithya. Why? Because you have to reiterate, this abhyas has to be there, that the world is not real, world is not real, world is not real, world is not real. This training has to be given to the mind. Why? Because we have falsely thought everything is like that. And therefore Upanishad is not satisfied by only separating that the akash is different, sat is different. It wants to prove that not only different, this is mithya, this is false. Why? Because it is not proved by any praman. It is not proved by logic. It is not proved by anything. Because Sat alone is there, how can anything else be there? And if you don't negate it, if you don't say it mithya, you will get attached. You will get attached, after that, you will live as a jeev in that. So please note, when I say mithya, it doesn't mean world is mithya. First start with your body. Start with your body and start with your mind. First, make the mind mithya. Otherwise, as you were saying one day, only if world is mithya, I'll be alone. If everything is not there, what will I do? It's so lonely. My dear, where you will be there? When mithya starts from inside, what we have done outside, we have negated everything is mithya, but inside is very real. When you say mithya, it starts from the thought. There is no thought itself is not there, body itself is not there, aham vritti is not there. Then outside world is also not there. Not that I am still with the body and with the mind and the world is still not there. Then I'll be alone. Where you will be alone. So yet asad bhasmanam. So here bhasmanam you can shift. Bhasmanam asad I said. Abhasmanam, and see the 70th verse in the first line. You can tilt it. Bhasmanam asad. Perceptible non-existence and non-perceptible non-existence. I hope this point is clear. Now he is explaining. I'm not chanting it because somebody told me I have done till 80th. 80th I have done. Okay, after 80th then I'll chant. 71st verse. Vedanta Swami says, see, I tell you, sometimes you use discrimination. Like what? Jati, Vyakti, Deha, Dehi, Deho, Gunadravya, Tatha Yatha Prathak, Vyat Satoho, Tathaivastu Parthakyam Kotra Vismayaha. Mil gaya? Sometimes you use differentiation. Like you use the word, what? The man with the car. Or you use the word, the green leaf. Greenness is different, leaf is different. There is something else can be also green other than the leaf. There can be green shirt, there can be green grass, there can be green house. 100 things. It is not that shirt is green. It's not like that. So always see the gunadravya. So when you see two things and mentally you separate it. Like you say the person with the car. Person is not car. Person and car can be differentiated. Person is not car, car is not person. Car wala person, the person with the car. White shirt, Oh, a person with a white shirt. So we know that shirt is not the person. But shirt is an attribute of this passing attribute, like you have put on. She has started to say SUP. SUP really ready ho gaya hai. Good. Therefore she is in the dress today. This way you got the white sweater also. This is the only white one or more white one there? Only white one is there. So you could put on other color also. Okay. But you can put on white. Dress and sweater and jacket can be different. Okay. Spirituality is always in SUP. So, Gunadravya, Yatha Prathak. Are you getting my point? You separate the two. You separate the two. Other example he has given is Dehi Deho. It is not Dahi, it is Dehi Deho. So, one is called the embodied and body. So, supposing you say, when I will pass away, I will, I don't want to pass away like this. In the next birth, I will be like that. So, that means you are differentiating yourself with the body and then talking about it. Or you say, in the last birth, I may have thought like that, or I have done some bad action or good action to get this. When you are in a lot of diseases, for a long time, this question comes, I think in last birth I must have done. No, this birth also it troubled many people. So the last birth I must have done something. So there I is not equal to this body. You have differentiated the body and the embodied. Embodied and bodied you have differentiated and then you are talking. I hope you are understanding. So use such word. Many times you use such word. Because last birth, when you say, I was in the last birth, I must have done something. So this body you have not done. That means you have differentiated the body and embodied. So many times you use one word, but you mentally differentiate and then use it. So he is trying to convince that this is possible for the akash existence also. See, they are master teachers. So they know how to drill the point in our head so that we don't miss the point. One example, Jati Vyakti. Vyakti means like Manushya and Manushyattvam is Jati. Jati doesn't mean Brahman Kshatri. Here Jati means which is same in all. Like horseness is the Jati in all horse. Manliness is Jati in all. Samanyam is called Jati. Anekeshu Samanyam, which is same in all of one species having one shape, that is called Jati. Akar Vingaka Jati. Technical definition is one having the same shape, like the cow is. Cowness is one Jati. And one cow may be there. One cow is separate cow. But cowness is a jati. So when you are talking about the word cow, so it is appearing that we know that it belongs to the same cowness jati. So we use certain words in which two are involved, in short. And we mentally decipher and discriminate the two. Mentally, we decipher and discriminate the two. Like supposing some girl is there. Her name is Radha Mishra. And she got married to certain, say, Tiwari. So her husband's name is Dinesh Tiwari, supposing. Dinesh Tiwari. Okay? Now both are going. Now generally in India, they change the surname. I don't know here they change or not. They change it. Here also. So now her name became Radha Tiwari. And when it was asked, she went as a chief guest. So the people said, I asked Mrs. Tiwari to come. Mrs. Tiwari, it is understood that she is the wife of Mr. Tiwari. Somebody was there. Somebody knew her as Radha Mishra. But when he saw that this girl is called Mrs. Tiwari, then he immediately found that she is the same Radha, but she is married to Mr. Dinesh Tiwari. I hope understanding. Understood, don't worry about it. I understand. So, because he will not think that what happened to her surname earlier. What happened to the Radha Mishra surname? कि तिवारी कैसे बन गई है? ऐसा कैसे हो गया? So she will understand. So both have come in the mind of the onlooker. Dinesh has also come and Radha has also come. Oh. Similarly. देखो कितना अच्छा बात. Viyat satoho tathai vastu. When I say akash is existing. So between the space and existence, you should, or the wise person will always differentiate. Parthakyam kotra vismaya. What is to wonder and surprise about? Difference between the akash and the space, and the existence. So these are the three steps. Oh, thank you, Vidyaranya. I understood. Somebody said, Bhai, buddhopi bhedo no chitte nirudhim yati chetada anaikagryat samshayadva rudhya bhavosya te vada. Somebody said, I intellectually understood. Acha. Intellectually I am understood. Really? Oh, okay. Buddhopi, I understood. But these things don't go in my mind. Vedo no chitte rudim yati. They don't sink inside. That whole day I am thinking like that. Still I am disturbed on the same issue. Why? Somebody took away my shoes and put water into it. He put water into the shoes. Yes, they put shoes outside and it rained. Now the shoes I am not able to use. But it was said that, existence is different shoes. Arey chup raho, existence. I won't wear existence. I have to wear shoes only. When it comes to Vyavhar, this knowledge is not able to take away sorrow of my life. Emotional sorrow that I have, I am not able to get out even after studying this. So Guruji, Vidyaranya ji, what can I do? Where I am slipping in my life? Where is my lacking point? Even though I understood because I am little intelligent. Acha, who told? No, I know. I know I am intelligent. Acha. You are intelligent. I and intelligence are same or different? You are intelligent or intelligence? This is for your homework. You are intelligence or intelligent? You find out. What is there in me? Where is my problem? That I slip repeatedly. Where is my problem? I am telling you. The second line, underline that. He says, you are a multi-pointed person. Ekagrani, anaikagra. Anaikagra, number one. And number two, samshayadva. You have still doubt. Your knowledge is not clear. Rudhya bhavosya te vada. Acha. Rudhya. There is no firmness in knowledge, is not there. Rudhya bhava means there is, if these two problems are there, then you are not firm in the knowledge. Can you elaborate this point of multi-pointedness, what you said? I am telling you, don't worry. What is the meaning that here we heard that space is false, so everything will be false. Acha. And then water, fire. So from space comes air, Agni, fire, water, and all five elements are false. Yes, I agree. Then your body is also false. This is difficult, sir. Then one who is saying that I am short, tall, this is also false. Then how can the false body do something real? So the doership is also false. Enjoyership is also false. In fact, but what you do, you say, I have to do this work, I have done this, I am enjoying this, this is my son, she is my daughter, this is a very big thing. You are at one moment you are studying and falsifying during the Vedantic studies. And on other time, you are stressing the reality of the world and reality of the body. It is something like that, very big, this thick rope was there. So somebody said, we have to cut this rope. So one person started cutting with the knife or something. After cutting, he left. Again he came another day, again he started cutting from other time. Every day he chooses another place to cut. How the rope will be cut? When you have ignorance and you are not focused on that point, day and night, when you are not dwelling on it, if it is a notional problem, solution will be also notional. If the problem is ignorance, the solution will be knowledge. And you are not giving that attention of knowledge on that issue for a long time. You get upset, you get sad, and you justify your sadness. You justify that he is mine. You justify that I am small. You justify I have inferiority complex, or I have superiority complex, or I am aged now. Day and night you think such certain things, and in between how can you think I am existence and Brahman? So you are not able to give that quality time. A lot of work is there. I want to give quality time to my family. So we are going on holiday. I ask, what is quality time? I ask, we are going to Thailand. ये Thailand गए थे. Thai curry they got. Thai curry comes quite frequently. और भी बहुत तरह का थाई, और क्या है, गोड, और भी तो है थाई का ना. बोले वी आर गोइंग टू थाईलैंड और वी आर गोइंग टू मॉरिशस. वी आर गोइंग टू मॉरिशस. शी वेंट टू मॉरिशस. बट शी गोज विथ सो मेनी पीपल. इट इज नेवर थ्री. Always mama, one side goes, around 5 people were there. Your dada dadi also. नानी नाना, अच्छा, नानी नाना ऑल्सो गए. तब क्वालिटी टाइम कहाँ मिलेगा? तो तब तो क्वालिटी गड़बड़ हो गई. वो हर बात में नहीं बोलेंगे, ना. So I asked somebody, what is a quality time? You are saying I am going for the quality time in the vacation. Then that person said, very nice answer. He said, see, every day I am in the office. I am busy with this work, that work. I am talking on phone and still talking to my wife, my children. Quality time means no phone, office phone, nothing else. I'll exclusively give my time to my wife or my children. We'll eat together, we'll spend time together, we'll talk together, we'll go on the beach together. So this is called quality time. And no office, I'll bring no office, nothing. Everything is closed for 5 days. So they don't feel that I don't give time to him. I hope understanding. We don't give quality time to the self. Little we thought, and after that I think I am bad. When you think I am bad or sad or I have to do, why don't you bring that knowledge at that time? This is called anekagrata. You have many eyes and you are equally justifying your false eye. When you are sad, you justify it. When you are doer, you justify it. When you make the world real, you justify the falseness. And for some time, you justify the trueness of the self. So you have a lot of contradiction in your life. And therefore, you are not able to dig properly the nature of the self. Oh, I am so sorry. Yes, you should be. So, samshayadva. Or you are not clear how self-existence and and a space where two. Either you have not followed properly the discussion that was going on. No, that you followed. We have taken a lot of time to explain how existence was different and space was different. Okay, supposing Gurudev, I understand that I am wrong. No, you are wrong. Okay, I am wrong. So what can I do to rectify myself? That's a good question. What can I do? Now see 73rd slok. Apramatto bhavathyana adde anyasmin vivechanam. He said, apramatto bhavadhyana. Learn to meditate. Learn to meditate means whatever you have thought, learned, you try to percolate that knowledge in your subconscious mind. Subconscious mind. What is the meaning of subconscious mind? Supposing somebody asks your name, and your name is Dinesh, or your name is Ravi. You say, what's your name? So without 1 second you will say Ravi. It won't take time that you will think that am I Ravi or I am somebody else? I am Kavi. Who am I? Or I am Havi. Who am I? I think I will take half an hour to contemplate and then I'll tell you I'm firm I am Ravi. As when somebody says your name, you said, yes, I am that. Similarly, when Brahman Atma said, so I am that. This is called it has gone into subconscious mind. Sometimes sorrow goes into subconscious mind. That is called depression. A person is very sad, very sad. I say sadness is gone in his bones. And I'm explaining, see, sadness should not be there. You will listen like that. See, you should not be sad. Life is short. This thing happened. Whatever God gives is the prasad of the Lord. You have to be inspired. It happens. People go through words. You should not get so serious on that matter. World is a gymnasium. You have to come to make stronger. You are above it. Still he is down. वो समझ नहीं रहा है, सुन रहा है, he is understanding intellectually, but because that sadness has gone into subconscious mind, he is drowned into it. वो उठ ही नहीं पा रहा है. You must have experience. I experience every day while explaining to so many people. किसी से गुस्सा ही आ गया, somebody is angry. Now I am explaining, don't be angry. It is not that issue to be angry. Still he is not able to leave that anger. So it has gone too deep into his subtle body. So this is called, he has well meditated on that false point and internalized that. About you, supposing I say, you are very bad. I never think bad anybody. It is not nature to think somebody is bad. From my childhood, I never thought somebody is very bad. Because he did one bad action, he has done another good action also. So I see the person, the completeness at least. He is very bad, very bad, very bad, very bad, very bad, very bad, very bad. Now I have internalized. Even if you do something good also, I will see only the light of that badness. I think he is doing drama. He is just to show others he is doing good. He is just showing that he is good. But he is not, he is a demon. He is demon in the garb of a devta. Mantra. We can easily, because about you, my notion has gone too deep in me. As we have such notion, why don't you use that knowledge of the self to percolate in your subconscious mind, boss? And how do you that? Like you stir, you put one sugar in the cup of coffee and you sip. And you say it's not still sweet. You put another teaspoon. Again you sip. Somebody says stir it properly. I have put 3 spoons. It is sitting, the sugar is sitting at one corner of the cup. Take it and with the style you do like that. This is a style to stir. Don't do like this. Make cut. Don't make a lot of noise while stirring. By stirring, your spoon should not touch the whole cup. Just gently stir. Because if you stir too fast, coffee will get cold. So stir slowly. You stir. I've seen all these things. You stir. And then if you sip, then you will have the taste. Similarly, this knowledge is sitting at one corner. Meditation is stirring and pervading that knowledge in my subconscious mind, conscious mind, all personalities. This is called meditation. Please note, it can be with open eyes, it can be with closed eyes. Both kind of meditation is there. One is called Samadhi Abhyas and one is called Brahma Abhyas. Closed eyes is called Samadhi Abhyas and open eyes is called Brahma Abhyas. Apramatto bhava, don't be inadvertent, don't be lazy, don't mistake in that. Dhyana. Internalize that process, let it become one with you. You don't have knowledge, you be knowledge. You don't, I know about existence. No, you are existence, you have to know. Know about existence should not be there. You are existence. Supposing your name is Ravi, you didn't say, I know about Ravi. I have practiced that, I am Ravi. No, I am Ravi, not I have the knowledge about Ravi. It's not an objective knowledge that you have knowledge about the car or the flower or the book. It's not something objective. That existence is kabhi hoga, kabhi 10 saal, 1000 saal pehle kabhi hua hoga, Brahma ji aaye honge. It's not that knowledge. It is me. It is me who is like that. Apramatto bhavadhyana adhi. Adhi means first. This is the remedy of the first problem. Anaikagram. Anaikagram. So it is a subjective exercise. Nobody else can do meditation for you. Because in the corner where your mistake is sitting, that corner only you can rectify yours. Therefore, nobody can change anybody unless he himself wants and wills to do that. Well, isko samjha dijiye, please explain to him. Sometimes people think, why does Swami explain to him? He doesn't know. I have explained so many times. He doesn't know that already I have explained to him on phone, on talking. But I cannot explain unless he wants to understand. He does not want to understand. He thinks he alone is right and I am wrong. What can I do then? It's your life. You do whatever you want with your life. And second problem was some kind of doubt you have. So if you have a doubt, again study the whole thing. So anyasmin vivechanam, adya anyasmin vivechanam. Again you go back. Again study, again hear to the satsang, again go for the talk. Again find out in the deep sleep how existence alone was there, how there is no swagat swajati bhed possible in existence. Again go back, and therefore I asked to write notes. You know what happened when writing notes? You have to refer back. You have to open your book sometime. Otherwise you don't open the book at all whole day. So much of work is there. At least while writing notes you have to open the book. Even if you have to copy something, you have to open and see what to copy. To copy also is not easy. Some tests are there where they called open book test. That is also not easy because so many questions are there. You don't know where is the answer, which question is there, what is there. So you have to open the book, again go back. If you find out existence does not have three bhed, therefore there is no shape possible. Therefore Swagat bhed is not there. If there was nothing in the deep sleep, who will get up in the morning and say that I slept well? Because there is an experience. Experience is there because experiencer has to be there. You churn it. Vivechanam. Understand, no? The compassion of Abhedananda Swami. Kuru pramana yuktibhyam tato rudtamo bhavet. So pramanagat, Shravan removes pramanagat sandeh and Manan removes pramegat sandeh. So by praman, you are using that. By yukti, by logic, etc., you are convincing yourself. And you are using the pramana of the Shruti to tell What you have heard, you are internalizing it. Your meditation is not on something I already know it, but I have not become that. That knowledge and me are different. Meditation is what you have already heard, well understood. Now I am that. I am going to be that. ध्यानाद मुमानाद मुक्तितः पि रूढ़ो भेदो वियत्सतो न कदाचिद वियत् सत्यम सद्वस्तु छिद्रवन्न च. He is saying now, 74 shlok, you see, he said dhyanat, by meditation. Meditation means giving due attention, all time attention to the self, all time attention. 24-hour attention. Achha. You are not giving gap in your understanding. You are making one backdrop of all your interaction. Making one backdrop. In me, that is called dhyan. Man means shravan and yukti means manan. Rudho bedo viyat satoho. So rudha means it becomes firm, the difference between existence and space. Na kadachit viyat satyam. You will never feel that space is true. Acha. Sadvastu chidrvatna. And the existence is not with the space. Existence is not with the space. That means when you say existence of space, then what do you say? That existence has a space in it. Existence is with the dharma of space. What is Stanley reading there? 74th. So, you got it? 74th. So, it is said here, 75th, Gyasya bhati sada vyoma nistat लेख पूर्ववत सद्वस्त्वपि विभात्यस्य निश्चितत्वं पुरस्सरम. Gyasya, one who has known this, for him, he will see that the space is without existence. Space is actually false. Nistatva. 75th verse. Space does not have, existence does not have, space does not have a reality. Please note, if space doesn't have reality, nothing else has reality. Acha, nistatva. Nistatva. Nistatva means binasarka. He is asserting that point. Gyasya means one who has known the difference. So this is not true, because much emphasis is on thinking the world as false. Please note, when I say world false, then you have to start from your mind and from your ahankar. So ahankar is false, then mind is false, then body is false, then you can say the world is false. Don't start from outside to inside. Start from inside to outside. Otherwise you will be lonely. You will become little, डर लग जाएगा कि what is this, how is it possible that nothing is true. I feel so scared. People get mad sometimes listening. But I'm so scared reading Vedanta. Nobody is there. And you yourself are not there first. Gyasya bhati. Then what is there? Sadvastvapi bhati asya. Only the existence is illumined. Nischidritvam. That existence is without space and associated with the properties of space. Space's property is not in the existence really. It is appearing in it. That like the dream seer is not with the dream space. Or today it was too much of cold in the dream, so today the consciousness is cold. The false quality will not be taken by the reality. The superimposed quality is not taken by the substratum. If somebody is seeing the snake on the rope has not become slippery and poisonous or dangerous. A rope has developed fangs because you are seeing. Because you saw in the dream it was all wet, whole veranda got wet. Doesn't mean morning you get up and with the broom to remove that. Because superimposed quality is not on the substratum. Acha, then what shall I do? Vasanayam pravriddhayam viyat satyatvavadinam vadinam sanmatra bodhayuktancha drishtva vismayate buddha. 76 verse. Vasanayam pravriddhayam. Vasana here means knowledge. When viyat satyatvavadinam, when that knowledge is, this is 76 verse. So when they know what is his space and what is Sat, and constantly when he sees, he is day and night contemplating. Dekho how much effort it is requiring. Well, how much effort will it require? Depend what is your state of mind. Depends. Somebody says, one boy came in when I was studying. He said, how much time I should give on which subject? Mathematics, physics. I said, depend how much weak and how much strong you are in which subject. If you are weak in some subject, you have to give more time. If you are strong in some subject, you can give less time. But if you are weak, you have to give lot of attention because that samskar is less about that subject. So you have to create a new vasana and impression about that and remove the old impression. Removing impression is the most difficult work. Creating some impression is still easier. Making a new house is still easier. Renovating the old one is very difficult. The Annapurna, this only issue is this. You have to renovate it. Renovate the whole thing. If it was a total new land, it would have been easier for us. But there is so much building and building inside building. This stair goes, this staircase goes. I think as the funds came, they kept on building without any master plan. Sometimes they don't. Earlier master plan was not there. So the fund has come, let us make one room. Other fund has come, let us make this. Ideally, you should have one master plan and then you can proceed one by one. It is difficult to do that work. So our is the renovation work, not the creation work. Itni galat salat socha, he is very bad, he is very good, I like this, I don't like this, I am mad after this. Itna humne soch liya hai. From the birds I am coming, birds after birds, birds after birds, birds after birds. Some birth I was donkey, some birth I was monkey, some I was devata, somewhere I was human being, somewhere I was a woman, somewhere I was a man, somewhere I was very poor, somewhere I rich, somewhere. We have thought a lot. I mean, when you see your mind, you can understand that how much past I have lived into it. And when you want to change your nature, then only you understand how difficult, why my nature is like that, or why my foolish nature is like that. And somebody doesn't have nature sometimes. Somebody is totally good in that area where you are totally bad. Well, I am bad only. Somebody is very good. Somebody, you are very good, somebody is not good. So vasnayam pravriddhayam. Here vasana is in a positive sense. He has created a samskar. He has created an impression. Please note, this is what I say. Understanding notional change is very easy, but attitudinal change is very difficult. This is my notion. I understood it in the class. That is easy. But really, emotional change and attitudinal change, that is very tough. That takes years of hard work. To change my attitude towards my success, my failure, about you, about world, about praise, emotion change, I have changed my emotions. That is not that easy. That is where you have to work hard. Knowing does not help in a spiritual life unless it is supplemented by emotions. So here Vasnayam Pravriddhayam. So when this person discriminates because of his knowledge, so what he feels? Sanmatra abodh yuktam. Here abodh word is there. One who does not know existence and different, then this person is surprised to see the suffering of the other person. Drishtva vismayate buddha. He is very amazed and surprised. Why these people are suffering? Is not real. Why wife? He is saying, why lost my wife, lost my wife, lost my wife. Whose wife was there that you lost? Who is whose wife? Jeev's wife was there or body's wife was there? You lived before that, that girl was not your wife. This was a temporary arrangement. And this is no more now. Jeev does not have wife. Body does not have wife. Why you are my? Whose son? Whose wife? Whose daughter? What are you doing? This is what he is very convinced. Like when the child cries for the simple toy, when it is fallen down, it cries. Then we say, why was it crying? What is there to cry about it? I'm giving another one. Similarly, the Vidwan, when sees us on foolish things, we are so sad and so angry and so depressed. He said, what is pagal hai? Isme kaun si baat hai? There was no issue at all. Why are you so serious about this matter? Vismayate buddha. And if you see your past after you have lived in the ashram, on the issues you will be very disturbed. You may feel unnecessarily I was so disturbed about that. That was not a big thing. It was my foolishness only. You smile on yourself. Sometimes you are very sad to see how foolish I was. Why I suffered so much on that topic? Why couldn't I have done this thing earlier? More we will see tomorrow. This completes the topic till 76, Akash Brahma Vivek, and now Vayu Brahma Vivek. This will follow and we will see it tomorrow. Hari Om Tat Sat. Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namah.